Hello guys, this is Saruto Uchiha Storm here and welcome to my channel. Today I am doing what if Naruto was the 10 tails fox. Please like and subscribe to my channel.
Chapter 14. Meeting the Sitri family. Naruto was thinking about some things regarding his past, if he should return to the elemental nations, or stay here with his family. The problem is that he promised, and before his change is finished, it's not like he cares now. What's more, now he realizes how many times he promised to fulfill something when he should have done the opposite, but even so, he had to go back and let his little girl meet her grandparents, besides which there is no threat against him in this dimension and in his. At the end of the day, no one had even the remote possibility of going to their dimension of origin, but even if someone had that remote possibility, they need their 9 anchors to even be able to locate it, in addition to the power or being of essential to be able to open the path, and in case they could manage to do the above, the one-way trip would only kill them, since traveling to a dimension in which 9 anchors are necessary to go, only means that your body is hit by 9 different energies, which could erase from existence someone who was not Naruto, or who had his protection. Kuno, Odo-san, Naruto, yes princess. Kuno, when will you teach me how to transform into a fox? Naruto, I don't know. Kuno, but I want to transform like Oka-san and Odo-san. Naruto, and for someone to stare at your adorable little fox form, ever. Besides, I don't think you can pull it off. I even think what if my mother saw you, she wouldn't resist your cuteness. Kuno, I know I can do it. Please, Naruto. Oh, what I hear is a challenge. Kuno, yes, it is a challenge. Naruto, okay, I'll teach you how to transform into a fox, and if you succeed, Kuno, will you tell me about the grandparents? Naruto, okay, I'll tell you about your grandparents, and if I win, I'll keep all your sweets. Kuno, what, my precious sweets? Naruto, yes, TODOS, TUS, DULCES, I try. Kuno, deal, time jump to HRS. Kuno, look Odo-san, I made it transformation. Naruto, impressed, wow, and it only took you 2 hours, not bad. Kuno, transformation, what did you think impressed you? It's not true. Naruto, stroking her head, if you impressed me, expect no less from my daughter, you may be a genius. Kuno, embarrassed, thank you, Odo-san, but I still won the bet. Naruto, bet. Kuno, Odo-san, Naruto, okay, I'll tell you about your grandparents. Kuno, yeah, Naruto, but not here, it will be inside the house and with snacks, plus I feel like there are ears everywhere. Kuno, okay, let's go in quickly. Location Kyoto Uzumaki Mansion Living Room. Naruto, okay, this is going to be a bit long, but the faster we start, the faster we'll finish. First let's talk about the figure you consider a grandfather. Kuno, Odo-san's grandfather and my great-grandfather. Naruto, you could say yes, let's see, his name is Sarutobi Hiruzen. Kuno, looks like an old monkey. Naruto, that's right, the Jiji is an old monkey, but he is very wise, he was known as the professor. Kuno, the teacher. Naruto, that's right, he's very good at everything, he handled the 5 elements, and he was a master in all arts from ninjutsu and bo-jutsu, but don't be fooled by his appearance, he has a heart of gold. Kuno, wow, I will be able to meet him. Odo-san. Naruto, by his position, he is still alive and hilly, why do you think he is so old? Let's continue with my grandfather father figure. Kuno, wow, it's Ero-sennin. Naruto, that's right, Ero-sennin, aka Jiraiya the Toad Sage. Kuno, mama says that she be careful with him because he is a pervert. Naruto, your mother is correct, but of course, that only applies when you are not family. Ero-sennin is a great man, and believe me when I tell you that if you tell him he is a pervert, he will say to you Jiraiya's voice, no, I'm a pervert, I'm a super pervert. Kuno, Ero-sennin is very funny. Naruto, the following is my grandmother mother figure, she is Senju Tsunade, the Sannin of the slugs. Kuno, WOOOW, she's super young, she doesn't look like a granny. Naruto, don't be fooled, ma princess, Ba-chan is a super strong granny. Kuno, seriously, she's so strong. Naruto, sure, her blows can destroy even the hardest rocks in all of Kyoto. Kuno, woo, do you think she can train me? Naruto, of course, if you ask her, she will do it without hesitation. I don't think she'll be able to resist cutie. The next one is my father, in other words, your grandfather, his name is Namikaze Minato, better known as the Yellow Flash. Kuno, ooh, Odo-san, he's just like you, only without your whiskers. Naruto, I may be the copy of him, but your father is even stronger than your grandfather. Kuno, really, but grandpa has a cool nickname. Naruto, oh, that hurts your Odo-san, but you know I have several cool nicknames. Kuno, really, tell me. Naruto, we haven't reached me yet, let's continue with my mother, in other words your grandmother Uzumaki Kushina, better known as the Red Hot Habanero. Kuno, WOOOOOW, her hair is beautiful. Naruto, you know, only 2 other people liked your grandmother's hair, and she said something for those who wanted it. Kuno, seriously, she told them. Naruto, hugging her, I love you. Kuno, hugging him, I love her too. Tell me when I'll meet her. Naruto, very soon dear, very soon we will visit her. Next is your amazing father, Uzumaki Naruto, the all-powerful Jubi no Kitsune, but before he was known as #1 hyperactive knucklehead ninja, or Kid of the Prophecy, and the one I like the most is Savior of the World. Kuno, wow, Odo-san is so young, and amazing even without your tails. Naruto, right, your father is someone extremely powerful and also great. At that moment Yusaka entered the room. Kuno, Oka-san, you know Odo-san told me about grandparents. Yusaka, seriously, I'm glad. Kuno, he says we'll see them soon, he's not great. Yusaka, seriously looking at Naruto. Naruto, of course, it's a promise, I just have to finish my seals for the ley lines and strengthen the barriers of Kyoto and we can all go together. Yusaka, I see, I look forward to it. Naruto, well it's time to go to sleep. Odo-san has a date with the Sitri family tomorrow, in the underworld. Yusaka, Kuno, hi he he he, underworld Sitri mansion. Currently in the underworld or hell as you want to see it, more specifically on the grounds of the pillar of the Sitri clan, you can see a huge mansion, in which Lord and Lady Sitri reside, who were waiting for the arrival of Uzumaki Naruto, the Jubi no Kitsune, and Primordial One, the man who won the heart of Serafall Leviathan. They had many titles, nicknames, even pseudonyms, such as the True God, the Strongest of the Gods, Slayer of Gods, the New King of Olympus, etc., and the most recently discovered by Lord Sitri, and a small number of men was the Sage of Toads, or Ni-Sanin, who is a hero to all men, the author of the famous book series Icha Icha Paradise Plus 1-8. I will put Naruto as the author of the Icha Icha Paradise books, those published by Jiraiya and a few, of Naruto. The reason for this is that I think that being his student has that privilege, to continue the series, even republish the books, in the DxD dimension, besides that he needs to earn money in some way, and what better job than an author of books from home and with his clones, he must have more free time. Lady Sitri, dear please calm down, Lord Sitri, but I'm excited. Lady Sitri, I know you want to meet your future son-in-law. Lord Sitri, excited if I wanted to come, the man who made my little Sarah fall in love, and author of these works of art. Location Kyoto. Naruto, honey, princess, they're ready. Yusaka, not a few more minutes dear. Kuno, almost Odo-san, 15 minutes later. Yusaka, Kuno, we're ready. Naruto, well it's time to go, but first I have some gifts for both delivering. Kuno, woo, it's a necklace. Naruto, yes it is an exact copy of mine. Yusaka, but you said that there was only one in the world. Kuno, ha, Naruto, I did it, now there are 3 in the world, but they have a few secrets so you could say they are unique in their kind. Kuno, seriously, thanks Odo-san puts it on. Yusaka, thank you Naru he puts it on. Naruto, you're welcome, well it's time to go, but first we have to tell Sarah-chan, princess bring your pets. Kuno, hi, Odo-san red, green, black, gold, we're leaving. Underworld Sitri mansion entrance, Naruto, and here we are. Hell I thought it would be more depressing. Yusaka, I told you that the underworld is not how humans describe it. Kuno, Odo-san, why is the sky red? Naruto, I don't know, but I like blue better. Well it's better to tell when we're here. They advanced to the entrance, but when Naruto was ready to knock, the door opened showing a traditional maid or servant, who was apparently waiting for them. Maid, Naruto-sama, Yusaka-sama, and Kuno-sama, we were waiting for you, please go ahead. At the moment of entering the great door of the Sitri mansion, a black and pink missile flew directly towards Naruto. It was nothing more and nothing less than Serafall Leviathan, wearing her typical magical girl outfit. Serafall, hugging him Naru-tan, welcome. Naruto, hugging her Sarah-chan, I'm glad to see you again. Serafall, sad Naru-tan, Sarah-tan I know I felt very lonely without you. Naruto, but it's only been 2 weeks since we last saw each other. Serafall, it's been almost an eternity for me. Oh hello Yasa-tan, Ku-tan, I'm glad to see you again. Yusaka, Serafall-sama, I'm glad to see you again. Kuno, Serafall Oka-sama, I'm glad to see you again. Serafall, Serafall Oka-sama. Kuno, hi, you are going to marry Odo-san, so you will also be my Oka-sama. Naruto, sometimes I'm surprised at how mature my daughter can be when the occasion calls for it. You're right about that princess. Sarah-chan will also be your Oka-chan. Serafall, you're right, Ku-tan I will be your Oka-san. Fufu, in the future you will have many little sisters. Naruto, shivered because I feel that my life is in danger. Yusaka, did you say something dear? Naruto, no, nothing Yasa-chan, how about we go inside? Serafall, if we go in, my parents want to meet you, and the most excited is my father. With that said, they went to the hall, where Lady and Lord Sitri are currently, who were anxiously awaiting the arrival of their future son-in-law. Lord Sitri was excited by his arrival, and for being his new favorite book author. I think the parents of Serafall have no name in the novel or the manga, so I will call them Lord and Lady Sitri. Maid, here it is, inside is Lord and Lady Sitri. If that is all, I will retire. Call me if you need me. Serafall in a cheerful tone. Okay, let's go in. Quickly opening the doors of the hall. Matan, Patan, Sarah-tan is back, and I swallow Naru-tan to meet them. Lady Sitri, Serafall, please behave like a lady. Lord Sitri. Serafall, boo, boo, Sarah-tan is not a lady, she is a magical girl. Levi-tan, Lady Sitri, there is for the love of Lucifer. Serafall, you are a Mao, behave yourself. Serafall, nope, but changing the subject, I present Naru-tan, my fiancé. Naruto, Sai, it's a pleasure to meet you, Lord and Lady Sitri. Allow me to introduce myself. Proud, my name is Uzumaki Naruto. The Jubi no Kitsune showing their tails in a majestic way, and they are. Yasaka, it's nice to meet you. My name is Uzumaki Yasaka, leader of the yokai faction, and I'm a Kyubi no Kitsune showing her tails, and I'm the first wife, and she is. Kuno, it is a pleasure to meet you. I am Uzumaki Kuno, daughter of Uzumaki Naruto and Uzumaki Yasaka, and I am a Kyubi no Kitsune. Lady Sitri, happy ma, but how beautiful you are, Kuno-chan. You will be as beautiful as your mother when you grow up, there is no doubt about that. Lord Sitri, excited, it's an honor to meet you. Naruto Dono. Lady Sitri, Yasaka, Serafall, Naruto Dono. Lord Sitri, I know that we hardly know each other, and in the future, we will be family, but I would like to ask you a favor, as your future father-in-law. Naruto, please, very soon we will be family. Tell me what you need. Lord Sitri, MIC, could you sign my book? Pulling out an orange cover book. Naruto, nervous, see, of course, signing from my biggest fan, from the wise man of the toads. Lord Sitri, happy, thank you, I appreciate it. Yasaka, wow, I didn't know that Lord Sitri was a fan of Naruto-kun's books. Lady Sitri, what a shame, please forgive him. He started with a book called The Adventures of a Gutsy Ninja, but when she discovered that he published other books, a little more interesting, she fell in love. Yasaka, no need to worry, I know what all your books are about. Serafall, seriously, I thought you didn't know, since they are, well, you know. Yasaka, for adults, well, at first I was angry, but then I saw the positive side. Serafall, Lady Sitri, positive side. Yasaka, yeah, they're great inspirational material, and believe me, he's really good at recreating some stuff. Thanks to the heavens, or to the power of the author, the little princess of Kyoto did not hear the conversation of the adults about the books of her beloved father, since she was feeding her pets, which are with her at all times. Of course, this is by order of Naruto, who specified that his little girl should always be protected since he does not want anything to happen to her. In other words, he is an overprotective father. Then things went wonderfully. You could say that Lord Sitri, I love having Naruto as a son-in-law, since he will have, so to speak, the first news about his next publications, which would be signed by the author, and one or another gift for his fiancée and his future mother-in-law, who were amazed. Serafall by her ring and Lady Sitri for her earrings, almost at the end of the magnificent evening. Lady Sitri, Naruto-san, what if they stay for the next few days? The rating game tournament will take place very soon, and they wouldn't like to see it. Naruto, I'd love to, but I'd have to discuss it with Yasa-chan and Kuno-chan, to see if they want to see it too. Yasaka, for me, there is no problem. Also with the seals you left to maintain the ley lines, and the barrier that protects the yokai, it is not necessary for me to return soon, and I could use a vacation. Kuno, yes, vacation, dragons, holidays. Naruto, well, I think we'll stay to watch the rating game. Lady Sitri, that's wonderful. Sona-chan is glad to see it. Serafall, yes, Sona-tan will come. It's not great. Naruto-tan. Naruto, yes, it will be Levi-chan. Chapter 15, the family grows a little. It's been only 2 days since Uzumaki Naruto decided to have a little vacation with his beautiful growing family. The first day he decided to create a clone to be with Yasaka and Kuno, since Yasaka wanted to visit Lilith City. According to his wife, it was for evaluate the merchandise that will be traded with Kyoto. Naruto knew what the real reason was, which was shopping. Yasaka loved to buy no matter the merchandise. The problem was the money that she used for it, which were for of course the Kyoto funds. As a leader he had access to money, which was nothing more and nothing less than the PRCD, the budget for repairs in case of damage, whether by human or by other races. You must from time to time. Yasaka, he used it to buy various things. Naruto more than once replenished the money used by Yasaka, since there were times he spent more. That was one of the reasons why Naruto began to rewrite the famous series of books of his Maze Another Jiraiya. He needed money, and very urgently. The boom in books was so great that now he was able to give his wife his wonderful shopping trips, in which he would spend 3 times the Kyoto funds, and still Naruto would not affect him at all. The day was between fun and tired. Flashback start. Yasaka, quick Naru, there are still shops to see. Naruto, hi, I'm glad Kuno didn't want to come. The little princess of Kyoto knew how her mother was at the time shopping, and for that reason, she decided to stay in the Sitri mansion. Of course, Naruto left one of his clones. With her little girl, she knew that the Sitri were good people, but still, she did not trust in most of the demons, and more knowing that she was his daughter, many demons wanted her in their retinues. For that reason, Naruto protected her at all times. Although the truth was to prevent his little girl from killing someone. Maybe she may be small, but she was still his daughter, and like every loving father, Naruto decided to train her in the Uzumaki arts. Yusaka, look Naru, that dress is not beautiful. Naruto, yes it is beautiful, but it would be even more beautiful if you use it. Yusaka, right, yes, well then I'll buy it. Naruto, any dress you wear enhances your beauty, but that dress takes it to a new level. Yusaka, baka. Naruto, hi, I'm an idiot, but I'm your idiot, and the others. Naruto was the only one who was able to bring out the shameful side of Yusaka, who was someone serious and proud. He attributes it to being a Kyuubi and being a faction leader. Even so, only he could see the real Yusaka, which she was a loving and happy woman. Her beginning may have been a little strange, but even so she does not regret anything, since she has what a family always wanted. Flashback end. The second day was a bit more fun, as several demons had requested an appointment with the leader of the yokai faction to make political treaties, so to speak. When they arrived, several of them had marveled at his wife and looked at her as if it was a piece of meat, something that, of course, I was not going to allow. It was so much fun that I would never forget. Flashback home. Several demons were waiting for the leader of the yokai faction, whose beauty was said to be so great that it rivaled some goddesses. Her name was Uzumaki Yusaka, and they thought that they could possibly make a political marriage with her poor deluded ones, even though they wondered why his last name was Uzumaki and more because of it as soon as they found out about it. At that moment the door opened through which Yusaka entered, wearing a purple kimono, with the Uzumaki clan emblem on the back. The men in the room were amazed at her beauty and her attributes. Many of them were already thinking about how to make her accept their treaties, but out of nowhere, the pressure was felt so strong that many of them saw their own death. Naruto, cheerful ha 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 ha, but how dare you insects, how dare you even look at my wife as if she were a piece of meat. 8. Demons, scared. Lucifer, who the hell is he? Many of the demons were unaware of the existence of the Uzumaki Naruto, or rather they refused to accept the existence of the Naruto. The reason is simple, no one would believe that a primordial would be supporting a faction since they only observe, they do not intervene, but that does not is the case with him. Naruto with a proudful tone, allow me to introduce myself little insects, I am Uzumaki Naruto, the Jubi no Kitsune, and the leader of the yokai faction, and I am also the husband of the woman you are looking at as if she were a piece of meat. Now tell me why I shouldn't kill them all right now. Demons, scared, forgive our mistake, Uzumaki-sama, we thought it was a lie. Naruto, angry, I think I should kill them right now for such a sin. Pressure looking at a married woman with such eyes, and more knowing that she is my wife. Demons, scared, we beg her forgiveness, Uzumaki-sama, how were we to know that she was the wife of a true primordial? Yusaka, happy dear, I think that's enough. Flashback end. And currently on the third day, well, everything started relatively well. The problem is what was happening at the moment. Apparently, Serafall had decided to take the next step in her relationship, and was accompanying Naruto in his morning bath. Serafall, come on Naruto-tan, I'll wash your back. Naruto, hey Sarah-chan. Serafall, you know Naruto-tan, Levi-tan never liked men. All of them looked at me like I was just a piece of meat. Sometimes their looks made me very angry. They only looked at my breasts or my butt. Naruto, I think there are some little bugs I have to step on. Serafall, there was a time that I thought, maybe there is no man who is destined to be with me. Humans live short, demons want me because of my position or my body, but I was wrong the day I met you. I felt it, my body and soul, they felt it. The moment I saw you, a fire lit up inside me. It was so warm. It was then that I realized, the great Mao Leviathan had fallen in love at first sight. Naruto, Serafall, at that time you did not see me as if I were a piece of meat, or as a simple trophy, not you. You saw me as if I were a normal girl. You did not make fun of my way of speaking or my attitude. You accepted me as I was and treated me as your equal. You are not arrogant or pretentious. No matter how powerful you are still kind. Naruto just kept silent as Serafall washed his back and kept talking. Serafall, at first I thought that my infatuation was only temporary, and asking for a political marriage even knowing that you were married to Yatan was very risky and a little greedy, but Yatan, I talked to everyone and we reach an agreement that we benefit to all, and with the time that we have been dating I have come to realize that I really love you, so much that I would like to form a family with you, and I do not mind sharing you as long as I am with you. Serafall stopped washing Naruto's back, to be able to stand in front of him and look into his eyes. The blue met the purple. Serafall, that's why I want to give myself to you and make our family grow more. Naruto, are you sure? Serafall, there. Lemon, home. At that moment Serafall dropped her towel, revealing a beautiful blue bikini, which did nothing to cover her wonderful body. Naruto was not a pervert like his teacher Jiraiya, but he was still a pervert. If it wasn't like that he would write the continuation of the Icha Icha Paradise books. Just seeing the wonderful figure of Serafall, which rivaled Yasaka, caused him to get hard, but still, he knew how to hide it. Serafall, you know Naruto-tan, Levi-tan wants to be one with you. At that moment Serafall sat on his legs, I took him by the cheeks and kissed him, a kiss full of love, passion, and much lust. Naruto at first could resist the lustful impulse, but after 5 minutes of kissing, it happened from a calm and loving kiss to a slightly more aggressive lustful kiss, starting a tongue fight. It was the longest and most wonderful 10 minutes Serafall had ever experienced, in which not only were they both teased and groped, Serafall had marveled at Naruto's body, and Naruto with Serafall. If Yasaka was loving and a bit submissive, Serafall was somewhat perverted and aggressive. Serafall, please Naruto-kun, Naruto, okay. At that moment Serafall removed her bikini top, exposing his wonderful breasts, which amazed our blonde, who began to massage them and kiss and suck them. Naruto, they are wonderful Sarah-chan. Serafall, and they are yours, only yours. Naruto, I think it's time to level up. Serafall, oh my god, it's huge. Yasaka wasn't lying. Wow. Naruto, you like what you see Sarah-chan, it's a full 23 centimeters, 9 inches. I don't want to be exaggerated with the size, because in many fics that I have read they exaggerate a little with the size, they go from 12 to over 20 inches, so I decided not to exaggerate with the size. Serafall, it's huge. Naruto, why don't you take a closer look at it? Serafall stared at Naruto's imposing and huge penis. She was amazed and at the same time scared. It was the first time she had seen a penis, when she caught a strange aroma in the air. Without her knowing it, Naruto was releasing pheromones, to help her to take a little more courage. In addition to being a fox, she was very cunning and more at certain times. The pheromones caused Serafall to begin to feel hot and her heart to accelerate. Serafall, okay. Once Serafall revived her courage, she brought her face closer to her penis. She took it gently in her hands, which caused a current to run down Naruto's back. Naruto, damn, just feeling her hands on my penis made me spasm. Serafall, it is very big and long. Naruto, why don't you try to lick it? Serafall, okay. Slowly but Segura Serafall approached the imposing erect member. She looked at it for a few seconds and then began to lick it as if it were a lollipop. At first it was slow, but little by little she began to explore every corner of her new candy. Then of only 5 minutes, in which Naruto received somewhat inexperienced fellatio, little by little he began to gain experience. Serafall looked at Naruto's face and for each reaction he provoked, he knew in which places he was more sensitive, in which he focused after. Naruto, Sarah-chan, almost. Just a little more. Naruto grabbed Serafall's head with both hands and then pulled her, shoving her penis as he released her first charge, which stunned them for a few seconds. Naruto, if you want you can spit it out. But instead of Serafall spitting it out, she began to play with it in her mouth. At first she opened her mouth so that he could see how she moved her tongue inside her mouth, and then swallowed it. The face she made at the moment of swallowing it just showed he liked the taste. Serafall, it doesn't taste so bad, I think I like the taste of it, and apparently this little friend, you can still continue. She was able to get to her feet, only to later line up on the imposing member, which seemed ready for the next round. Naruto, I'm sure you're ready to take the next step. Serafall, yes, I'm ready. Once Serafall gradually aligned his penis, he lowered his hips, allowing Naruto's penis to have its first contact with her vagina, which was already more than ready to receive it, but first, she began to move her hips in circles, which caused friction between her vagina and penis, which caused both of them to crave to start. Serafall, I think that's enough. Previous games, without being able to resist anymore, Naruto would put his member in Serafall's vagina, achieving a moan from both of them, which would be heard in the room. The two were excited to no end, and the mere fact of finally being united made them very happy. On the one hand, Serafall, she had finally managed to give herself to the love of her life, which at first she thought was just a fleeting crush, but here she was having sex with him, and Naruto instead accepted all that, and unconsciously I increased the pheromones to a point where their bodies wanted more, craved more, and they both lost themselves in pleasure. Naruto, damn Serafall, you are holding me too tight. Serafall, more I want more, do not stop, continue, destroy my mind and body. Hell miss. You could only hear the clash of her hips, and Serafall's cries of pleasure. She asked for more, and her partner like any good man would give her what she wanted for the next 45 minutes. The bathroom was filled with cries of pleasure, but everyone has their limits, and Serafall was losing to them. Naruto, it's almost over. Serafall, more. Serafall had unknowingly awakened a monster and paid the price. She was no longer able to speak or think. She was lost in pleasure. Naruto, I'm done. Sarah-chan, take it all. Serafall, End lemon. After returning to take a relaxing bath and longer than normal, Serafall and Naruto prepared to go out and dress each in their typical clothing, Serafall in a green suit, which did nothing to hide her magnificent body, while Naruto opted to wear a slightly looser than normal orange and black kimono. Naruto, if I remember correctly today your little sister is coming. Serafall, hi, Sotan arrives today, I'm dying to see her, and show off what I did with Narutan. Naruto, if we hadn't had sex, I thought she was in love with her sister. I see, I'm happy for you. Once ready, they left the dressing room and headed to the dining room where he found his wife Yasaka and his daughter Kuno. Kuno, Oto-san, you took too long in the bathroom. Naruto, I'm sorry princess, but Oto-san needed a long, relaxing bath. Yasaka, from what I can see you enjoyed your bath smelling the air and Serafall as well. Serafall, if it was the best bath of my life, I hope to have many more in the future. Yasaka, I also enjoy relaxing baths a lot, so much so that I want one right now. Naruto, what I needed, well how about we have breakfast first? After the small and inoffensive fight between Yasaka and Serafall, who discussed relaxing baths, the breakfast continued in a calm way, while they discussed the date of the small ceremony between Serafall and Naruto. At first they thought of having a gigantic wedding, the Serafall's mother, but they agreed that it would only be a small ceremony, since she did not want it to be interrupted by any fan or stalker. After breakfast Lady Sitri, Azami, decided to go visit her friend the matriarch of the Gremory clan, Venilana, to ask for advice and invite her to the Serafall ceremony, while Lord Sitri, Hiroshi, went to show off his autographed copy of his book Icha Icha Paradise, Ladies Moon and Sun, to the patriarch of the Gremory clan, Zeoticus. A couple of hours later they received a notice about the arrival of the heiresses of the Sitri and Gremory clan. Apparently the lands of the Gremory clan were relatively close to the Sitri clan, so when they found out that the real leader of the yokai faction was in the Sitri grounds, they decided to go see him. Maid, I'm sorry to bother you, but Miss Sona will be here in the next 20 minutes, but apparently, we received a request from Mr. Azazel. Serafall, a request? Maid, yes, apparently he wants them to have a little meeting with the ex-Dragon King Tannen, to be able to test his skills. Naruto, I see, a surprise test, it seems good to me, don't you think so Sarah-chan? Serafall, but, and yes, it hurts Sotan. Naruto, I know that Sona can get hurt, but I think that getting hurt is something that can teach you what you're failing. Remember that, from each mistake or failure, one learns and thanks to them you can improve. Yasaka, you're right about that, we have to fall to learn to pick them up, I think they need this to be stronger. Serafall, okay, go and tell him that he has permission to perform his test. Maid, yes, Serafall-sama, with his permission, I am leaving. Naruto, well I think we should go see your test too, don't you think dear? Yasaka, Serafall, it would be interesting to see her performance, just to see how Sotan performs. Kuno, Oto-san I want to try too. Naruto, okay I'll ask Tannen if he can test you after the other brats test. Kuno, it's alright. Naruto, he has almost the same strength as Sakura and Ba-chan, I'm worried about his future and more knowing how Yasaka-chan is, and if he spends money like Ba-chan. Kuno, show them how strong the mighty Uzumaki clan is. Naruto, well being my daughter she must have my devil luck, well let's get going. Serafall, wait let me tell my parents about the test. After that, they went to see how the Sitri, Sona, and Gremory, Rias heiresses proof was unpacked, see how the brats have grown since their previous visit to Kyoto, and possibly inform them about their possible visit to their homeworld. Of course, if you think it necessary. Even so, Naruto knew that there were dangers in this world of which he had planned to take care of a few before leaving. Naruto, well we're here, where is the Raven Brat? Serafall, Raven Brat? Yasaka, he is talking about Azazel. Naru has a habit of putting names on the people he knows. Serafall, I think it won't take long. Yasaka, by the way, Naru, where is Kurama-sama and the others? Kuno, it's true I haven't seen Matabi Oba-san or Kakuo Oba-san. Naruto, they are sleeping, apparently they are very tired, but don't worry they are very sleepy. Yasaka, I see. At that moment Azazel arrived, who still did not accept the fact that not only had he lost Fafnir, but that he was also free. Only Azazel comes here without company since the test was for all the members of both entitlements. Naruto, it's about time you arrived Gaki, are you still dressing like that to look like a gigolo? Azazel, Gaki, it's good to see you again Uzumaki-sama, Leviathan-san, Yusaka, Serafall, it's good to see you again Azazel-san, Naruto, let's leave the formalities aside, tell me when the test of the brats will start. But before he could even answer, a roar was heard, which some recognized the pets, dragons. The noise was a bit loud for Naruto, but he realized that his little girl was covering her ears. Apparently, the roar was a little strong for her. Naruto, mental note, hit Tannen, for scaring my little girl. Well, apparently they already started, let's see their test. Azazel, if I asked ex-Dragon King Tannen to be non-lethal, Yusaka, Serafall, good to know. Naruto, ha ha ha, non-lethal, that's good, but sometimes you have to push them to the limit, and there is no better motivation than the fear of death. It's not a true princess. Kuno, Odo-san's training is very difficult but still very effective I murmur but there are times when it scares me a lot. Yusaka, Masumi, what kind of training have you received from your Odo-san? Kuno, at first it was an easy thing, chakra control exercises, but once we started with the familiar techniques, well it was a bit scary. Naruto, but princess your Odo-san did worse things at your age. Kuno, Odo-san threw me down a waterfall and you asked me to walk up it. Naruto, your Odo-san was thrown off a cliff by your grandfather Jiraiya, in order to train a technique, off a cliff. Shinobi dimension near some hot springs. Meanwhile, in a tree near the female hot springs, there was a hidden man who had a notebook in his hand and a kind of spyglass in the other, with which he could take a closer look at the women who were having a drink. Bath. Jiraiya, someone must be talking to me. Women, he's a voyeur, catch him, he's the wise Jiraiya, beat him to death, cut off his balls. Jiraiya, bye. Dimension DxD Underworld. Kuno, but you were 14 years old when it happened. I think Naruto was 14 when he trained the summoning jutsu. Naruto, and what does that have to do with anything? Kuno, that I am 10 years old. Naruto, that doesn't matter, you are my daughter and I know you can overcome my training. Kuno, Oka-san, Odo-san wants to kill me. Yusaka, ha 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 dear. Naruto, I don't want to kill her, I want her to be strong, so strong that she can beat her father. Kuno, but I don't want to defeat you, I want you to always be with me, and protect me. Naruto, I will always be with you and protect you, but one day I may not be around, so I want you to have the strength to defend yourself and hold on until I come if you understand. Kuno, okay, I'll keep training, and I promise I'll be very strong, but she'll also be weak, so Odo-san can keep protecting me. Naruto, what are you doing with this girl? It's fine as long as you're stronger than the others, that's enough for me. Azazel, looks like Tannen is going to get a little serious. Naruto, by the way, where is the pervert brat, and the other screaming idiot? I don't see them. Azazel, Hyodo Issei and Genshiro Saji, well they didn't come. Naruto, I see, and that? Azazel, well the fact is, neither of them had many contracts, so they were weak and lacked manners to come, that and they became quite irritable since they lost their sacred gear. Naruto, I see, so in other words, before they trusted the dragons and not their own power, and now that they lost it, they are so weak that they can die just by being near a powerful demon, isn't that true? Azazel, yeah, you're absolutely right, apparently not only did their strength come from the sacred gear, but they also unconsciously created a barrier that protected them from more powerful auras, thus protecting them from instant death. Naruto, I see, by the way, I notice you are a little nervous. Azazel, well you see, it's just that, Naruto, come on let it go, what are you hiding? Azazel, P please F please C could you sign my book? Naruto, oh of course, I always thought the Arrow Sennin books were famous, but I didn't think they were that big. Azazel, thank you. Naruto, she looks like a schoolgirl who received a love letter, you shouldn't take a better look at your students. Azazel, that's right, hell, yes they are weak. Naruto, if very weak, as if they were still alive. Gremory and Sitri vs Meteor Dragon Tannen. Rias, Akano, Rosewees try to immobilize him with ranged attacks. Kaneko, Kiba, Xenovia, look for an opening and attack his legs and arms, and Asia please heal them if they get hurt. Akano, Rosewees, Kaneko, Kiba, Xenovia, Asia, Hi, Bucko, Sona, Tsubaki you will be our shield, stay alert in case he launches an attack, the others surround him look for patterns or weaknesses, attack his legs if they see the opportunity, but stay alert for a possible breath attack. Girls, hi, Kaichu, Tannen, I thought they would be stronger, this presence. It could be seen how Rias and Sona's entourage tried to land a blow on the powerful ex-Dragon King, who only allowed himself to be attacked. Apparently, they were so weak that there was not even a need to defend themselves. Naruto, even Akano-chan's lightning doesn't do any damage. Azazel, it seems Tannen the meteor dragon. Naruto, I guess its main elements are fire and earth, and possibly wind, so it should be weak to water and lightning. Azazel, that's right, but they're so weak that they don't do any damage to him. At that moment Tannen released a breath attack, which was directed directly towards Sona's entourage. Sona, now, Tsubaki, Tsubaki, Hi Kaichu, Mirror Alice, Naruto, oh, that must be his sacred gear. Azazel, that's right Mirror Alice, it's a mirror that has the ability to reflect attacks with double damage on the attacker, but it can't be summoned twice in a row without a cooldown period. Naruto, oh, he has potential, it's a shame he only focuses on defense. Azazel, well almost all its users used it for defense. Naruto, it seems that the mirror has a limit on how much it can absorb. Unfortunately for Tsubaki, his sacred gear couldn't keep up with Tannen's continuous powerful flame, who didn't seem to care and kept releasing more and more fire, which caused Tsubaki to lose the match. Naruto, I think, we've seen more than enough, or what do you say, Sarah-chan? Serafall, I think that's enough, I just hope that with this they realize their own weakness. Yusaka, dear, your daughter wants to tell you something. Kuno, Odo-san, let me try, Oka-san already gave me his permission. Naruto, that's fine but don't pressure yourself the moment you think you can't go on you'll stop. Yusaka, remember that you must know your own limits. Naruto and Yusaka, go and have fun. Kuno, hi. Chapter 16, Kuno vs Tannen. Kuno, hi then here I go. Kuno began to jump up and down with excitement, beginning to circulate her chakra throughout her body, which would help her and make her gain a little of strength according to her Odo-san. Once she was more than ready she knelt down and then launched herself towards Tannen who was distracted. Kuno, let's see. Step 1 concentrate the chakra in your fist. Step 2 release when you hit it. Tannen, I think that's enough for. Kuno, Kyubi no Kitsune no Ken. Yusaka, Kyubi no. Serafall, Kitsune don't. Azazel, Ken? Naruto, Fist of the Nine-Tailed Fox, she sucks at naming attacks. Yusaka, Serafall, it's just like her father. Not paying attention, Tannen received the blow in a relaxed manner, which was a serious mistake. The force behind Kuno's little punch caused her to collide with the solid rock walls, which cracked, showing the strength she had. Came after the blow. Naruto, she is strong, although her control keeps failing, even so, she can use the technique, which would put her almost on a par with Sakura, but she would still lose due to lack of experience. Yusaka, well I can tell that she has become stronger than before. Azazel, but where the hell do I get so much strength from, what kind of technique is that? Naruto, that's a technique from my grandmother. Kuno-chan seemed to like it so I showed it to her, although I don't know if it's the same technique since it's a different theory, I think. How do you feel princess? Kuno, I feel a bit stiff, on the part of both retinues who watched astonished as the little princess of Kyoto hit a powerful blow on her dragon, which none of them was capable of even causing damage remotely close to hers. Rias, Kuno-san and Naruto-kun, but where is it I don't see it? And as if it was some kind of signal, Rias, Akano, Asia, Xenovia, Rosewies, and Sona started looking in all possible directions since, if Kuno was here in the underworld, then her father must be very close, they all understood. That Naruto was very overprotective with his wife and more with his daughter. Out of nowhere they began to hear someone encouraging little Kitsune, and they turned to see the person who encouraged her. Naruto, come on princess, hit him harder. Kuno, hi, Odo-san, now you will see what an Uzumaki is capable of. Databane, Shinobi Dimension. In a certain mansion, you could see a redhead and a black-haired woman, who were talking and planning what to do when a certain blonde returned, since according to certain balls of fur it wasn't long before his return when he suddenly, Kushina, Makoto, Kushina are you alright? Kushina, yeah, but I have a kind of feeling of pride and joy. Makoto, you feel happy and proud, but that's because it's Kushina, I don't know, suddenly I felt super happy and proud, like when they told me that Naru-chan had kicked Sum-sun's ass. Makoto, I see, you think it's Naruto-kun. Kushina-kun, doesn't it feel a bit different? DxD Dimension. Naruto, my little, she's growing up so fast. Oka-san I don't want her to grow up, soon she won't need her Odo-san anymore. Yusaka, yeah, Odo-san, you know that Kuno has to grow up, but she will always be your little girl, and possibly we will have more. Naruto, that's right, Serafall, Kuno-tan indeed has to grow up, besides she will be the older sister who will protect her little brothers. It is not true that Naru-tan. Naruto, hi, she will be an excellent On-chan. Datbeo, Tannen, who would say it is the little princess of Kyoto, and also she is strong. Kuno, I'm not only small and strong, I'm also fast. In a quick movement, Kuno climbed up the solid rock walls and jumped straight at Tannen's chest hoping to land another blow. Unfortunately for her, she placed her arms in an X shape to block his powerful blow. Tannen, wow, she's fast and where does she get so much strength from? That blow made both my arms go numb. Let's see if you can handle this. Even with her arms temporarily knocked out, Tannen tried to land a blow with her tail, which to her surprise was dodged by Kuno who moved her tail so she could spin in the air and get out of the path of his attack. Kuno, ooh, that could have hurt me a lot. Now you see, this technique was taught to me by Odo-san, Neo Kage Bunshin. Naruto, yes tilde, that's my little girl. Did you see that crow brat? That's my daughter. Come on Princess Hitlu tilde, yes tilde. Kunus, everyone attack, with everything we have, Yasaka, wow, I'm surprised that she can enhance that technique. Serafall, Azazel, Neo Kage Bunshin, Naruto, which consists of the creation of identical clones in all aspects of the user to use them for various purposes, but the clones are not simple illusions, they are solid clones capable of physically attacking the enemy and not only that but everything that they turn on. Clones will learn the original once they dissipate, plus they have 10% of the power of the original and are more resistant. Serafall, then Naruto you can do it too, Yasaka, yep, he's an expert tilde tilde. Serafall, perfect tilde tilde. Azazel, but what kind of cheat technique, and perverted great mind, is that you can technically be everywhere at the same time? Naruto, that's right, at first the Kage Bunshin was very weak, with just one hit they cease to exist, that's why it's Neo Kage Bunshin, I improved it and now it's able to withstand more damage, and many other things tilde. They could only see how Tannen received and returned the blows as he could. For each blow he returned 3 more hits, certainly, they were too many for him, it was like facing a small battalion. Behind him without realizing it 3 clones of Kuno was going to him with the clear intention of a surprise attack. Kuno C1, C2, and C3 now how we practice it, Naruto, oh gonna try that, Serafall, what thing, Naruto, wait and see. Kuno C1 and C2, now you will see this is my grandfather's technique. Kuno C1 and C2 began to form a basic Rasengan, of course with the help of a clone since she still could not do it alone. Once her Rasengan was formed, with the help of her clone number 2, she placed her feet on the feet of clone number 3 who was prepared to push her. Kuno C3, here we go. And with that he boosted her with his enhanced strength, causing Kuno C1 to shoot out at full speed with Rasengan in hand. Of course, Tannen sensed her, but he couldn't just turn around and face her, since they had a battalion in front of him and hit her. The back would be a serious mistake, so he decided to block it with his wings. Kuno, so you plan to block it, big mistake tilde. Naruto, so you plan to block it, big mistake tilde. But before Serafall or Azazel could ask why Sona did. Sona, because it's a serious mistake Naruto-sama. Naruto-sama is not necessary, Sona-chan, and because it is a mistake now you will see. Everyone turned all their attention to the imminent impact of the new technique shown by the Kyoto princess. They wanted to know why it was a mistake to try to block that attack. Kuno C1, now you'll see, Rasengan Vortex. And it was when everyone understood why they shouldn't block that technique, which was not only of the piercing type, and also causes internal damage. Everyone could see how Tannen took a few steps back. At first he seemed fine, a second later he collapsed falling on his knee. Apparently, he was short of breath. The last thing he managed to see was the clone smile before dissipating. Tannen, damn what kind of attack was that, not bad little one. Kuno, you still call me little, now you'll see, if you like my grandfather's technique, you'll love Odo-san's. Tannen, don't tell me he has a worse technique than that, I'd love to see it. Kuno, too bad tilde, I'm not ready to use it yet, maybe in the future. Tannen, it's a shame, and a relief at the same time, how about we continue? While everyone watched their little confrontation continue, they decided to seek answers from the little girl's father. Azazel, so Naruto-san, what kind of technique is the Rasengan? Naruto, the Rasengan, is a technique created by my father. It is mainly based on manipulation, where the user emits a large flow of chakra from the palm of his hand and then spins it in all directions at high speed. Rias, wow, that's a really impressive technique. Naruto, yes it is, and the one my little girl uses is her incomplete form, Akano, incomplete? Naruto, that's right, you see every chakra has a designated element, which is water, fire, earth, wind, and lightning, these being the main ones. The Rasengan is in its purest form. Sona, in other words, you need to add an element to it, isn't it true Naruto-kun? Naruto, that's right, the Rasengan can evolve into 5 different forms, depending on the element used, but Kaneko, but, Naruto, there are other elements apart from the main ones, and they are the secondary ones. Rosewies, secondaries? Naruto, the union of 2 or more elements, with them you can create their versions, so to speak, more lethal. Azazel, what a deadly technique, if even unfinished it's dangerous, once you master it it's almost unstoppable, I see, it's impressive. Asya, forgive my rudeness, but can you use them? Naruto, sure, I was the one who completed my father's technique and believes me it's really effective. Some versions are so strong that they are capable of harming or even killing a god, as in the case of that Zeus garbage, although he was really weak. Xenovia, wow, with that power sacred gears are probably obsolete. Naruto, you could say yes. Yasaka, Naru, the fight is almost over. Naruto, it's true, it seems that they will decide it in the next attack. Kuno, this technique is created with the help of Kurama Oji-sama and Matabi Oba-sama. Currently, only Tannen and Kuno, the original, were left since their clones were defeated, but many paid attention to what she was going to do since to everyone's surprise Kuno strengthened both arms and with 4 of her tails resting on the ground behind of it using them as anchors, to later begin to form a large ball of blue fire, which shortly after began to compress it, little by little, until it was the size of a tennis ball. Tannen, that seems dangerous, let's see who wins of the two. Tannen also began to gather what was left of his power, which he concentrated in his mouth, once ready to launch his last breath attack, which consisted of a powerful condensation of flames, which would be powered by his wings. All the spectators watched astonished as they prepared for what would be the last attack by both, which would decide who would be the winner of this little confrontation. Tannen, let's see how he resists this. Kuno, let's see if this is your size big. Tannen, Kuno, Ryu Ou no Hoko tilde, Ku mini cannon tilde. At the moment that both attacks collided, Azazel was about to raise a barrier to protect everyone, but Naruto positioned himself in front of them, and without Azazel seeing him, his eyes changed from sapphire blue to black with a strange red pattern, then listened to him speak. Naruto, I think this got a little out of control. Kamui. Both entourage were completely focused on the clash of both flames, one red and one blue, both fighting for dominance, but all their attention focused on a small black dot in the center of both. Little by little, it began to grow and turn, which seemed to start absorbing both flames, like a small black hole, until consuming both flames. Naruto, I think that's enough, I think we can call it a draw, don't you think? Kuno, but Odo-san, I almost had it tilde. Tannen, but what kind of stamina does this girl have? A little more and I'm more than dead. Naruto, yes, I know you almost had it, but tell me, did you have complete control over your flames? Kuno, pout, no, I could only push them. Naruto, you see you need to train, what would have happened if you couldn't push them? Kuno, they would have returned to me, along with his. Naruto, that's right, that's why we call it a draw since neither can continue, or am I wrong? Kuno, Tannen, no, Naruto, well then I think that solves everything. Kuno, wait Odo-san, he didn't believe me when I told him that your technique is better than Grandpa's, can you show it to him please tilde yeah tilde? Naruto, well if my little girl asks me, I don't see the problem. At that moment, Naruto stretched out his hand and formed a simple Rasengan. Naruto, happy then as everyone saw the technique that my princess used, the Rasengan. Creating a Rasengan, it is a technique created by my father, although its destructive power is impressive even in its incomplete state, the final version is by so to speak much more devastating. Sona, how powerful is it? Naruto, well, I wouldn't know how to say them honestly, I'd better show them to you, let's see which one I should do. Azazel, Tannen, like what? Naruto, if I have multiple versions of different items. Kuno, Odo-san, why don't you choose the first? Naruto, ooh, the futon is not a bad choice, well everyone back off creating a futon, Rasenshuriken, well then, Yasaka, wait for a minute dear, Serafall why not? Serafall. Yes, that's a great idea, wait I'll call Graphia, Yasaka, okay then I'll call Gabriel and Hestia. Naruto, hey honey, what's up? Yasaka, oh sorry I was thinking that this would be a good opportunity to present our alliance between factions, in addition to showing what would happen if they betrayed us. Naruto, oh well, then, I think I'll wait, undoing the Rasenshuriken and taking out a phone. This is people Naruto has a cell phone, haha, and it is nothing more and nothing less than a Motorola Razr, obviously with FUINJUTSU improvements. After 20 minutes of waiting in different magic circles, Sears X Lucifer, Lucifuge, Uzumaki, Graphia, Archangel Michael, and Archangel, Uzumaki, Gabriel, Uzumaki, Hestia arrived, who were going to transmit to their factions the demonstration of the power of the leader of the yokai faction, and publicize the new alliances to their respective factions. Naruto, are you really sure about this Yasaka-chan? What if it causes any trouble? Yasaka, don't worry it won't cause any problem, besides it's just a small demonstration of your power. Faction leaders, Azazel, Michael, Searsex. Naruto, okay, before we start. To one side of Naruto appeared one of his clones, who only nodded, he knew the reason why he was created and with that simple order imprinted in his mind he proceeded to approach his wives and fiancés. Yasaka, okay start the broadcast. Azazel, Serafall, Graphia, Gabriel and Hestia, ready we are on the air in 3.2.1, on the air. Yasaka. Good afternoon to all the demons, angels, fallen angels, members of the Greek pantheon, and yokais who see us. My name is Uzumaki Yasaka, and as you know I am the leader of the yokai faction. This transmission is being made with the sole purpose of informing the different factions that an alliance has been made, in which no aggression is allowed, a trade agreement for the exchange of raw materials, and to strengthen this alliance between factions of political marriage was carried out. Many wonders who they are part of this because the people who are part of this marriage are the following: Lucifuge Graphia, Leviathan Serafall, the Archangel Gabriel and I Uzumaki Yasaka. Girls, hey, what about us? Graphia, silence, it's still too early for you, of course, if you want to continue with that in the future. Rosewees, I also want to be a part. Serafall, later we will discuss it with Odin, Yasaka, but they will wonder who we will marry because the person is nothing more and nothing less than my husband. Girls, she's still mad, face it already, Yasaka, never. Uzumaki Naruto, many will wonder who he is, and why until now they know of his existence. Well, he is a yokai, and not any yokai is nothing more and nothing less than Jubi no Kitsune, the legendary fox of the 10 tails. Yokai. Yes, Naruto-sama, Juubi-sama, our savior, our protector. I also want to marry Naruto-sama, Alpha-sama, demons, who? I thought it was a myth? Does duty exist? With Serafall-sama? Angelus, do we think father lied? With Gabriel-sama? Fallen angels, hey, we are also part of this alliance. Because did we know until now? Hey, that's not Azazel, it should have been for him. Olympians, we are glad to be part of this alliance, it could easily annihilus if we don't accept. Hestia looks happy, hey, you sent the package, of course, and it's the best job I've ever done. Many other thoughts arose in the different factions regarding this alliance, in which some said it out loud, while others kept it to themselves, some satisfied, others not so much. Yasaka, many will doubt this alliance, and they will think if it really suits them, but don't worry to show that, if it benefits us, there will be a demonstration of the true power of the yokai faction, so they know what will happen if they betray us. Now dear, you can start. Naruto, okay. At that time, the different transmissions focused on Naruto, who began to take the form of a giant fox. His fur was blonde with gold and red touches, with beautiful and majestic 10 tails with a red tip. Kuno, oh, Odo-san is great, I want to be that big too. Girls, he gives off so much power. He's really beautiful, I want him to wrap me in his tails, I wonder if I could rape him. Yasaka, dear, I never get tired of seeing you, in that form you are so majestic. Naruto, seriously, I look so cool. Yasaka, of course, besides that when you transform, your voice changes and it gives me a delicious chill. Naruto, well then, here I come, Crow Brat and Little Dragon, protect them the best you can, although my clone will if they fail, then I'll show you something really cool. Azazel and Tannen, hi. At that moment Naruto took a strange position, only to later grow 4 more arms, 3 on each side of Asura mode, which were formed by his own chakra, and 2 more faces were generated on the sides of his face, after extended his arms and started to form 2 Biju Rasen Shuriken. Naruto, okay, here I come, get ready. First, he formed a normal Rasengan. Everyone was impressed with its size. You could clearly see how the internal energy of both spheres moved erratically, almost as if it was going to explode at any moment. It was really surprising to see how he kept control of the energy. Technique. Then with the 2 additional arms on each side he began to infuse another type of energy. Kaneko, this feeling is Senjutsu. Rias, Yasaka-sama, we have to stop Naruto-kun, he is using Senjutsu. Yasaka, you don't have to worry. Sona, but the Senjutsu causes madness. Yasaka, I know. Kaneko, then why doesn't he stop him? He could lose himself in madness. You have to stop him. Kuno, it's not necessary. Odo-san it's like Okasama was. Yasaka, a sage. Kuno, if that's a sage. Kaneko, wise? Yasaka, he is a Senjutsu master. He is not affected by madness when using it. Akano, but how? Senjutsu wasn't supposed to be poisonous and corrosive. See Naruto. For inexperienced users, it is, in some cases practicing it is lethal, since you not only absorb the energy of nature you also take the evil of the world. A clear example would be a dam, which represents the body and mind, and water it would be the energy of nature, which is clearly contaminated with evil or garbage. If you take everything without the proper preparations, you will let the evil pass through you, contaminating your own energy, so you need to learn to filter it, or a contract of an invocation. Once you manage to take the energy of nature without any problem, you need to learn to balance it with your own energy of the mind and body, in order to avoid succumbing to madness, or in my case becoming a stone toad. Those who get the balance, are known as the wise. The truth is I don't know if that's how senjutsu works, but that's what I understood, Sona. That is why he is able to use senjutsu, achieving the balance between energies. See Naruto. That's right, the boss has no problem with handling the evil of the world. Advantages of having a mass of pure evil sealed inside you, which gives you certain resistances. Let's see how things turn out. Many were impressed with that little piece of information about senjutsu, and more so the demons, since they thought that no one could use the technique. The last one who tried it was the SS rank street demon Kuroka, who was listed as a fugitive wanted for murder to his master. Even so, meeting someone who can handle senjutsu, without suffering the consequences, was disconcerting since they did not know what its benefits were. Naruto, I'm going to start, pay close attention. This is the superior version of the Rasengan. All the members of the different factions admired what many thought and others affirmed that it was the most lethal and destructive technique, which even surpassed the 13 Longinus type sacred gear. Naruto, and his name is Biju Rasen Shuriken. To later launch it into the sky, while everyone saw the imposing technique fly into the sky, the Naruto clone approached Tannen and whispered in his ear, "See Naruto, you're lucky if you had hurt my princess a little more, you would be the one to receive it, and not just one, ha 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 ha." While everyone was focusing their eyes on the sky, seconds later they saw the impressive explosion caused by the technique, while Tannen cried and thanked him for not having hurt the daughter of this monster. Kuno, wow, genial. Demons, angels with Olympians, yokais, but what a power, by Father God, speechless or in shock, he is more powerful than we thought. Naruto-sama, Juubi-sama. Everyone could see the explosion regardless of the distance in which they were. Everyone in the underworld saw how the sky lit up, before the display of absolute power displayed by Uzumaki Naruto, but there was something that they still wondered. How was it that someone so powerful happened unnoticed until now? Yusaka, now my husband, has a message to give, all yours dear. Naruto, very well, listen to me well, it doesn't matter whether they are gods, demons, angels, fallen angels, yokais or human, no matter the race, I will just tell you that, all yokais are under my protection. I don't matter if they are reincarnated, or mestizas, they will be protected by me. Now I want you to know that Kyoto will only be accessible to yokais. I have placed multiple barriers, which have certain special characteristics, so to say, only I can modify or alter them. In case of a possible attack on the barriers, they will be activated, and believe me, no yokais will be hurt, so listen well, I don't care, nothing but my family and my race. In case anyone tries to do something against mine, I will personally look for them and completely extinguish their race without any exception. And on the issue of the street demon Kuroka, soon I will have a little talk with the noble demons council. That's all from my side. Yusaka, well, with that and the demonstration by the yokai faction would be everything. We hope that all those who are part of the alliance are satisfied with this, and take into account what my husband said. We say goodbye. Azazel, Serafall, Graphia, Gabriel and Hestia, and cut, we're off the air. Kuno, woo, Odo-san, that was great. You saw that old man, I told you my father was powerful. Tannen, powerful, it's a fucking monster. Already, I see it. Naruto, well I think that's all. How about we go back, all together to the Sitri mansion? Location unknown. Meanwhile, at a certain unknown location, two figures were discussing the transmission made by the yokai faction, and their display of power by their leader. What an incredible power he has, that guy Uzumaki. Do you think it will affect his plans, my lord Rezavam? Rezavam, you can, but even then a measly yokai won't be a problem. I understand my lord, Rezavam, but now that he has revealed his power, let's not waste his goodwill. Tell Cao Cao I want him to take a sample of his power. As you order, my lord, Rezavam. Oh, and Euclid. Euclid, yes, my lord. Rezavam, I want it to be as discreet as possible. I don't want any errors and more after his previous failure. I'm quite clear, Euclid, like crystal, my lord Rezavam. Rezavam, with the power of a primordial god and the dragon of infinity, I will have the perfect weapon. Ha 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 ha. Soon the whole world will kneel before me. Ha 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 ha. In case you were wondering how Naruto and Hestia's relationship was, well, here's something to give you an idea. Hestia special, location Mount Olympus Temple of Hestia. Ray, can you tell me one more time why you are here? Hera, I just want to know how your relationship is going. Aphrodite, if I want to know what she has done with him. Demeter, if it's a pity Poseidon and Hades didn't interfere. Hera, if they attacked him, they would have ended up dead anyway. Demeter, for that very reason, the world would be better off without a rapist and a child molester. Aphrodite, you're still mad about your daughter, get over it, her love is true. Demeter, never, he tricked her into marrying him, damn pederast. Aphrodite, well forget it, better tell us, Hestia, what have you done with that blonde hottie? I imagine that sometimes he is an insatiable beast. Rhea, Aphrodite, don't bother Hestia. Aphrodite, that she didn't see how many women she has, obviously she can please them all, she must have a monstrous resistance. Hera, Aphrodite, control yourself a little more and start drooling. Demeter, besides, she doesn't have your experience. Aphrodite, nor my abilities. Hestia doesn't want me to take your place, she would be delighted. Hera, Aphrodite, ever since your marriage was annulled and you lost your lover, you've become. Demeter, calmer, who are you and what did you do with Aphrodite? Aphrodite, you have to exaggerate, I'm the real Aphrodite, and as for why I stopped being. But before she could answer, someone else did it for her, it was Artemis who was accompanied by Athena. Artemis, a whore, that she was. Athena, the Jubi, a being of immense power. But even so there is hardly any information, only myths, and legends. Hestia, well Naruto, he is a very good person, his personality is really like the sun. Artemis, as Apollo, I don't think I'd like to have another idiot. Hestia, not like Apollo, he is so bright and warm, that you want to be close to him at all times. Aphrodite, I know, we all know it's not true. Artemis, good for a man, he's weird. Demeter, she also has a connection with Gaia. Ray, if it seemed strange to me too, he is in complete harmony with Gaia, he does not consider him hostile. Hestia, from what Naru told me, Aphrodite, Naru, Hera, Naruto, Ray, Naru, yes soon I'll be a grandmother. Athena, Naru, names of couples. Demeter, sister, do you love him? Hestia, yes I love him, the first time I saw him I was scared, his eyes were cold and dark, there was nothing in them. Artemis, if at that moment with only his gaze we all froze, something that had never happened. Athena, even Lady Chaos fears a showdown. Ray, a fight between the two would cause our defeat. Hestia, but the second time we met, it was different, I could feel the love for his family, the desire to protect his loved ones was. Aphrodite, intoxicating. Artemis, and I thought you had changed. Rhea, explain Aphrodite. Aphrodite, well when I saw him, I just thought he was a handsome man and I wanted to take him to my bed. Artemis, I'm not surprised. Demeter, sister, are you alright? Hestia, yes, why do you ask? Athena, they're on fire, you're literally on fire. Hestia, sorry, continue Aphrodite, but after the death of Zeus and the annulment of my marriage, I could feel his heart, his soul, his power at first was overwhelming, but then it was so warm that it gave you a feeling of indescribable pleasure. Hestia, and you don't want to stop feeling it, yes I know. Ray, so what Aphrodite felt was the pure love of Naruto-sama, for his wives and daughter. Now tell me, Hestia, daughter, you really happy? Hestia, if I'm happy, maybe I'm not with him at all times, but even so I can feel it, his love for me is not less than the one he has for his wives, he loves us all equally and with the same intensity, and I can feel him by my side. I think it is the best thing that has happened. At last, I will be able to form my own family, have children and see them grow up. I am really lucky. Ray, I'm glad to hear it. For a moment I thought the opposite, they were already planning how to cut off his manhood, but I see that he's going to need it. I already want to meet my grandchildren, ahaha. Hestia, Mom. End chapter 16.